Up next is Keegan Dimitri Havoc. And you know Keegan, he's a big-time fan and follower on social media. What are things you would keep? And also, what would you take away from pro wrestling today from in-ring and psychology perspectives?
Well, pro wrestling today is a lot different. It's a lot more high action, a little more high flying, a lot of acrobatics. They do less selling, less storytelling. So I just think that pro wrestling, these guys should go back to the way it was and start doing some, chain wrestling and certain technique to make it basic, because that's the art of the sport, is telling a story. Having the good guy out wrestle the bad guy at the beginning, then having the bad guy cut the good guy down and get heat on him, and then have the good guy make the comeback, and then you have the finish. Does the bad guy cheat and win, or does the good guy overcome and win? These are simple ways of doing it. And the thing is, now we got complicated. Now you don't know who the baby and the heel is. They go out there and they're both doing high flying stuff, and they're trying to out wrestle.
You're popping for both of them.
Yeah, you don't have the heel, beating down the baby face and cheating and breaking them in the eyes and all that stuff. It's just different today. But I understand, it's what fans want right now, is the high flying, high action kind of wrestling, which I totally understand. But eventually, someday, they're going to have to get back to it.
I would say, though, we are seeing some really great storytelling when it comes to the Bloodline stuff and everything that they've been doing.
Oh, yeah, on
that.
TV, the storyline going on right now.
Yeah.
You know what? It was the best thing that they have done in the last couple years. I was really thinking Roman hold this title for so long, and not that I'm against it. I just think it's been too long. But having these guys turn on Roman, what a great storyline. He deserves to be champion. He is the man. But they were able to turn this into an incredible storyline that the fans are really into. And this is something they needed right now.
They continue to find a way to evolve the story at every turn to make it like, just when you think it's peaked, now all of a sudden Night of Champions happen and more holy shit moments.
I just wonder if they're making it up as they go along, or if they were planning this.
What do they have?
It looks like they've been planning this, but you never know.
I mean, who do they have? Who's the writer of this? Do they bring in the guy from Game of Thrones? I mean, what is happening here?
I wouldn't doubt if it's Brian Gewirtz from a remote location.
But you know what? I guarantee you Paul Heyman's got to be heavily involved. He's a mastermind.
Paul's part of it.
Yeah, he's a mastermind.
Especially him being, with Roman and all that stuff.
Yeah, he's heavily
He's
involved.
definitely a huge part of this. And I think that it's a lot of his ideas that are coming through right now.
Yep, I completely agree.